Hello everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. In this session, we're going to focus on some ankle and hip and knee mobilizations. I have 2 yoga blocks and just something to elevate my foot off the floor a bit. I'll explain more in a second. And something to put my knee on behind me. We're going to be in like a lunge stance. I have one knee on a prop or soft cushion behind you. If being on your knee doesn't work for you, you can totally do this standing with your hand on a wall or a piece of stable furniture. This thing I have in front of me does not have to be this half dome. It could be anything that elevates the ball of your foot off the floor higher than your heel and is secure and isn't going to move very easily. It doesn't have to suction to the floor, but it has to stay sort of put. Now, I have the knee that's on the cushion behind me, right in line with that hip, and the leg that's in forward is in line with the other hip. Try not to have your thigh bones crossing here. It's not wrong, it's just a different emphasis. And I have the ball of my foot and toes, the ball of your foot is where your toes and foot meet, are on the, whatever you're using, and the heel bones on the floor. Keeping your heel bone on the floor during this exercise is going to be key. Now, once you've got, and I'm using yoga blocks here just because being on the floor is really aggressive for a lot of people, right? Yoga blocks are even higher. You can use 2 stools, one either side, or just 1 stool, right? Something to give you some balance there. You don't need props, they just make the balance less intense. All we're gonna do here is keeping the heel bone on the floor, foot on the whatever you're using, and make little circles with the hip and with the front knee. So you're going forward, side, and back, side. Forward, side, back, side. Easy, that's all you're doing. Forward, side, back, side. 2, that's right. Forward, side, back, side, and then we're just going to reverse that. Forward, side, back, side, 5. And again, moving in the circle. Breathe deeply, 4. Control, easy, gentle, 3. Make sure you're not taking a strain to your joints, of course, 2. One more time. Now, if that is not intense, you don't feel much, you can bring the dome closer to you, encouraging that ankle to bend up to you more, so the top of the foot coming closer to the front of your shin. That increasing that ankle will make it more intense, right? Now, keeping the ball of the foot on the circle, I'm going to lift the heel up and move the heel out to one side. Doesn't matter which side you choose. And once you got that, keep the heel bone connected to the floor and make those circles again here. Keeping the foot hugging whatever you're using, 4. It can rock a bit, 3, but do try and drape and wrap your toes to whatever surface you're on. Breathe deeply. And then reverse, other way around, 5. This is just a gentle mobilization for a lot of joints, 4. But really, believe it or not, focusing on the front ankle, 3, even though you might feel it in other places as well. 2, one more time, easy breathe. We did both directions there. I'm gonna keep the ball of the foot on the floor, lift my heel bone up, and the heel bone's gonna go on the other side now. We make those circles here, breathe deeply. So even though it looks like my legs are crossed, they're not, it's just that my shin bone is over. My thigh bones are not crossing. Breathe deeply, 4. You might find that making your circles here, 3, it's harder with heel to one side, that's normal. 2, easy breathe, gentle, reverse that, easy circle, breathe deeply. 5, when you come forward, really allow the shin to press forward. 4, keeping the heel bone on the floor. 3, really great everyone, breathe deeply. 2, excellent job, very nice work there. 1, and then rest, excellent work. And I'll show a different view of this as well. Now, we're gonna do the other foot. Take a break as you need to. And that was rather a long time to be in a lunge stance, so if that you need more time to rest, that's totally great. I have one thigh under the other hip, other foot forward on the dome in front of the other hip. Hips can be forward a bit or not, that is your choice. The further forward the hips are, the more intense it's gonna be on the front of that hip, right? And again, the closer the dome is to you, the more intense it's gonna be on the front of that ankle. It's your choice. It's totally great to have that knee further back, right? That will increase the stretch across the front of the hip. Let me see if I said that correctly. So this knee can be under you. That's a little less intense. Let me change my words there. The knee can be further back. Is going to be more intense in terms of across the front of that hip. I hope I got those words right. Now my foot is just facing forward. I have the ball of the foot on the dome, heel bone on the floor. I'm just making those circles again. Go forward, side, back, side. Easy. 4, making gentle circles here. Breathe. You can see when my hips go forward, 3, my hips go side and back with the knee and with the ankle too. You got it. Easy breathing again to reverse directions, other way around, taking your time, making those gentle circles. 5, really good job there. Easy, breathe. 4, you're doing really well. Control. Again, really keep that heel bone glued to the floor. 3, let your toes melt over whatever surface you're on. 2, just try not to let them lift up too much. Breathe deeply. 1, great job. Now, lift the heel bone up and rotate the heel bone out to the side. So the toes are going to face in or out in one direction or the other. And same thing, keeping the heel bone on the floor, make nice circles here. Breathe deeply. 4, again, keeping that heel bone glued to the floor. 3, really great job. Easy, gentle. 2, one more time, easy, really good job, reverse. And again, if it's not intense enough for you, 5, you just move this front dome closer to you, breathe deeply. 4, so long as that heel bone can stay on the floor. 3, you can actually make nice circles, as long as you can move, aka 2, that's a good thing to do. Easy, breathe. 1, that was 2 directions, lift the heel up and bring the heel across the other way. And again, make circles here. 5, easy, breathe. 4, my whole body's moving in that circle. Breathe deeply. 3, you're doing really well. Keep breathing. Gentle circle. 2, excellent work there. Easy, gentle. Now reverse. Keeping that heel bone on the floor, toes on the dome. 5, great work there. Easy. Breathe, gentle. 4, excellent work there. Control, breathe. 3, that's right. Gentle. 2, one more time. 1, that was really, really great. And then you're done with that portion. Now let's try and be out of frame of our body here, which is just from our lower legs, right? You have your knees facing forward. Your toes may not face directly forward. That's totally fine. Now, as you bend your knees, you're going to think of bringing the top of your foot towards the front of your shin like we just did on the dome. Then slowly stand up tall. I don't really care what your body does so much as long as you're pain-free. Again, you can lean forward or not, your choice. It's the top of your foot and front of your shin trying to come together. And then return. Take your time. Top of your foot, front of your shin. Knees don't go together or apart. Just go forward. Breathe deeply. Back of the heel bone stays on the floor. Gentle. 8. Right? So keeping the very back of the heel bone on the floor. Front of your shin towards the top of your ankle. Breathe deeply. Take your time. 7. Again, we're just encouraging that ankle to bend and fold in the front. That's the big focus here. Breathe deeply, kindly. You got it. 6. Again, keep the very back of the heel bone down to the floor. So you really encourage that ankle to bend. Breathe deeply. Take your time. 5. You're doing really well there. Again, gentle. Bend. Easy. Breathe. Very good work. Breathe deeply. 4, knees just track generally forward like they're on individual rails that go forward into the ether. Yes. 3, try and have weight even to both legs as much as you can. Easy, gentle. Again, your torso can lean forward or not. It's your choice. Breathe deeply. 2, you have options. Keeping your torso does a lot of things. It also doesn't do a lot of things. Letting your torso go forward does a lot of things, but also doesn't do everything. Great. Let's try something different. Keep your heel bones where they are. Just rotate your knees out a little bit, right? Now, I didn't go to an end range of motion, right? I just went out a little bit, right? I picked my heel up, rotated, and put it back down. Not very big. Now, same thing here, like we did in the domes. Right to the top of the foot, to the front of the shin. Breathe deeply. 10. Again, let your body lean forward or not. Take your time. Keep the back of the heel bone on the floor. Stretch it. That's right. Take your time. 9. And again, easy. Breathe. Reach the heel bone down. Top of the foot to the front of the shin. Breathe deeply. 8. Take your time. Knees go away from each other, over the toes gently. Heel bone stays down. You can lean forward or not. Breathe deeply. 7. You're doing really well here. Take your time. Bending. Excellent work, everyone. Breathe deeply. 6. As you bend the top and front of the ankle, really drive the heel bone down in those 2 oppositional things. Breathe deeply. 5. So think of pressing your heel down and trying to lift your toes up just a little bit. Easy. Breathe. They can stay on the floor, but there is that sense of lifting. 4. Take your time. Heel bone drives down. Bend the front of that ankle. Bend, 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 bend. You got it, everyone. 3. Great work there. 2 more, please. Easy. Bend. Bend those ankles. Really great job. Excellent work. 2. One more time. Again, really bend. Bend, 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 bend those ankles. From the ankles really bends. Return. Now, keep the ball of the feet where they are, and rotate your heels out a little bit, right? Again, it's not a big thing. It's not very big. Now, as you bend your knees, now the knees come together a bit, and then return. Still keeping the heel bone on the floor. Think of rotating the knees toward each other. Breathe deeply. 9. If you're running out of range of motion, you can step a little further apart, right? So your knees come together quite quickly. You want to bend a bit deeper. Try feet further apart. Breathe deeply. Easy. Hey, have your legs rotated as fairly evenly as you can. One foot should not be facing way in than the other one. Breathe deeply. Unless when you face forward, your toe, one foot, when your knees are forward, except when one foot goes markedly out to the side, that's fine. Realize that when you rotate in, your feet are not going to be facing the same direction either. Breathe deeply. Easy. Gentle. 6. Take your time. Again, breathe deeply. Rotate. Bend. Push those feet to the floor. Knees toward each other. Breathe deeply. 5. Again, knees rotate inwards toward each other. Foot to the floor. Breathe deeply. You got it. 4. Just 3 more to go. Great work there. Bending. 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 Very nice job there. Control 3. Again, bending. Push the heel bone down. Top of the foot to the front of the shin. Breathe deeply. You got it. 2. 1 more to go. Great job. Again, easy. Bending. Stretch the heel bone down. And then return and rest. Excellent work. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that sense of moving through your ankle and hip and whole body, and then adding that sense of pliability and strength through the ankle. Again, when you bend your knee, you really want the ankle to bend. You really want the top of your foot to reach to the front of your shin when you bend. It's not just a knee thing, right? People put a lot of emphasis on the knee, and the knee is a good thing to focus on, but also the ankle can be quite active in your bending practice or in your movement practice, right? It can really help facilitate strength by gaining a lot of motion to the top and front of your ankle directly. I hope you enjoyed. My name is Eric. This is Nucleus Strength. Look forward to getting stronger with you in the future. Yours in good health. Take care.